Hey, YouTube Rando here. Today we're going to make a fishtail braid. It's going to be a gunsling slash rifle pack, belt, whatever. You can make whatever you want out of it. It just all depends on what kind of clips you're going to do. And the first thing you're going to want to do is take your measurements. You know, if you're making a belt, you're going to want to measure it out, plus your buckles, and see the exact length you're going to need. What I've done is I've taken the strap off my rifle pack that I'm replacing, and I've nailed it to a board on both ends. So I'm going to get the next step started, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so you're going to want to get your paracord, and you're just going to want one continuous piece. I'm starting off with a 60-foot piece, depending on what you're making. Is what you're going to start off with. You're going to take your ring, or if it was a buckle, you do the same thing. Run it through. Grab the two even pieces. And out of 60 feet, I should have quite a bit left over on each side to clip off. Alright, when you hang this is going to hang on your top nail. You're going to want to face this part up. You see the difference? You're going to want this piece facing up. Now you should have two pieces that are even hanging down. I'm going to set up my board and we'll be back. Alright, so here's what we started with. There's the first ring, there's the little knot. Make sure you keep your line straight. Go down to your other loop. Run it over the top, run your paracord through, throw it off to one side, do the same on the other. Then you're going to take this piece and this piece, but this piece will go on this side, this piece will go on this side, of course. Run it back up through here and through the top of here, and do the same thing on the other side. Run it through the top, out the bottom, run it back down here, and you'll have, you know, another piece of paracord here, another piece of paracord here. You're going to run it through here, and then run it through here. And by the time you're done, you should have 6 strands, 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll come back when we get there. Okay, so now we're ready to start the weave on it. You can see I've got, you know, my right side on the right, I got my left side on the left. I usually start out with the right side. See if I can get this on camera. You're going to split your weaves, or your strands, 3 on each side. You're going to go over these and under these. So over the top and under the bottom. Pull that. Kind of leave it loose there. Now when you do your second one, you can see here I have my lines crossed. You don't want to do that. You want to keep them straight. So this one right here, you're going to want to run it underneath this one like so. That way you're not crossing over the top of it. Okay? So let's get that. And again, you're going to go over this side, under this side. to pull them tight, and that'll get you separated the rest of the way up it. So you're just going to keep doing that, and again, start with the right side, over this side, under this side, take your left, over, under. Just weaving it all the way up it through the center. So we're going to get it weaved a little ways, and then we'll come back and show you where we're at. Alright, so I forgot to mention, whenever you're doing this, you see how there's a gap there and there. When you pull them tight, push them down, and then pull tight. That way you're, keeping them stacked one on top of the other. Go ahead and get rid of all that space in between them. Alright, so I wanted to reiterate what I was talking about earlier about crossing the lines. We're going to call this side right here line 1. We're going to call this line 2. When you do line 1, if I can get it. When you're bringing it across like this, you want to keep it above this line. See, if you bring it below it and then you go to wrap this one, it pinches that line. So you want to bring it through, and then set that pile that way, so when you bring this line through, it's coming straight through, like this. And then, when you get them like that, just push down, and then pull tight. Just do that all the way up. You can kind of hold your knot there. Just put your finger on it. You don't really have to, but you can. Alright, so once your weave is done, the reason I told you to keep this knot on top is because that's what you're going to tie these off with. And you may need some tweezers. I'm using Hemos. Take them. I may have to do this off camera so I can see it. Bear with me. Run it up through there like that. Take one of your wires, or one of your ends, run it through there. And the same thing to the other side. You may have to work on it a little bit to get it to go. Uh-oh. It's a lot easier if you grab the end of it and do it, but I have spare wire, or spare paracord there, so. There we go. cut the excess off and then burn these two together. Kind of make it a ball if possible. Keep it from slipping back under here. And that's it. We'll come back and show you the finished item, and I'm going to take some measurements and see I used 60 foot, and I probably have, I don't know, probably 2 feet left, something like that. So 58 feet, and I'll tell you how long of a sling that makes. And we're going to measure from here, from the end of the wrap to the end of the wrap. We're not going to measure with the rings, so that's just going to be how much strap you get out of it. We'll be back. Alright, there's the finished product, and it is right at 40 inches from end to end without the rings. So maybe I would just use 60 foot and you'd have a little bit left over, and that's going to be an extra long sling. That's not a, you know, very small sling. So 40 inches end to end took me probably, I don't know, about 4.5 hours, something like that. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.